I am back with another episode of Creator Chats. Today's guest is super, super special because it's our very first multi-fandom creator on this series. If you've spent any time on the geeky, nerdy, and supernaturally side of the internet, which you probably have, you're definitely going to know this creator. But enough with the preamble. Let's welcome Wally from Wallyverse. So I wanted to start with a sort of a very basic question, which is how do you describe your platform to someone who has no idea who you are? I know, shocking, but
No, I'm not that famous. I don't know why everybody thinks that I'm that famous. I'm really not. I'm like
you
a
are
nobody.
though. So let's not don't downplay it. You are
I'm
kind
literally
of
just
famous.
a guy. I'm literally just a guy who talks about things he likes, and for some reason, people like hearing me talk. I guess. If
I
you're a
feel
fan
like,
of all things nerdy,
yeah.
then
You're one of the first creators who popped on my feed like the second I started watching Supernatural. Like it's crazy
really,
like how the algorithm knew that. Like you were one of the first
really,
people and you're not even like a full fandom creator. You're like a multi-fandom creator, but like your videos were the
yeah.
first ones that popped up.
Yeah, because I think with the Supernatural fandom, like, because after the show ended, it kind of like no one really made content about
Yeah.
Supernatural in any way, and like the videos that were made were just like maybe sketches
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But I think I was the first one to like start talking about Supernatural in a way that people didn't think about. That
Yeah,
I
that
will
makes
give myself
sense.
credit for.
Yeah, that
That
makes
I can
sense.
claim. But now
But like
there's a bunch of people talking about it, so it's like super interesting.
yeah. Yeah, it's cool, but like yeah, again, like how would you describe it? Because I feel like it's not just supernatural, but like if someone who has not come
Yeah,
across your content, what would you say? Like,
so I was just on another podcast and they had me do the same thing, and it really feels like those college icebreaker questions.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know how to answer it. I guess the best way to describe my content and like what I make is basically if I feel like talking about something, I'm just gonna talk about it, and it's gonna be something pop culture, something nerdy. I'll see a clip and it'll remind me of something. It could be Marvel, Dragon Ball,
Yeah.
DC, Supernatural, Game of Thrones, literally anything that I'm interested in. If I see a clip about it and I have an interesting thought about it, I'll just make a video about it.
So like all things media.
All things media, essentially. Pop culture, anime, like everything.
Yeah.
Gaming sometimes.
Yeah, that's cool. All things media, everything fun, but like what's the story? Like how'd you get into it?
Honestly, before I was even making TikToks about like nerd stuff, I was doing like gym videos because I used to
Yeah.
be a personal trainer. So I was trying to blow up on TikTok then, and my videos just didn't like. I got like 3,000 followers or something from that. But then my sister was like, "Why don't you talk about nerdy stuff?" So then I made a different account, and I was originally the OG brown nerd, and
Yeah.
that video, like those videos, just started blowing up immediately, like way more views than the gym one. So I literally deleted all the old videos and just transitioned fully into this nerd content space.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, so I'm like, that's what I tell my sister. I'm like, every time you want to buy something, just go ahead. All this money's from you. The reason it's happening.
That's really cool. But like
Yeah.
what was the first video that you made?
It's actually it was a video about me benching, and then it was a text overlay about Spider-Man, and I think it was something about like it was something about a No Way Home because the movie had just come out, and it was it was some emotional post about No Way Home. I forget the exact context of it, but that video got like 8,000 views in a day, and I had never seen those numbers before. So I was
Yeah.
like, shit, this is something special.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I think people just gravitate more to like geeky and nerdy stuff now. Like that community has become a lot more vocal.
Yeah, vocal, and like it's kind of the mainstream. It's kind of like if you aren't a nerd, you're kind of the outsider now.
Yeah, a little bit. Though
Yeah.
I don't know if I would go so far as to classify Spider-Man as nerdy.
I think Spider-Man's nerdy. I think honestly any superhero media is like at some level it's nerdy.
But I mean,
But
it
like
has
he's like
become
the
so
mainstream.
yeah, it's so mainstream exactly. Like Marvel is like the default now.
Yeah. But like even one of my best friends, he doesn't like superhero movies at all, but he,
Yeah.
he loves Batman.
Yeah.
He's like he finds these things so cringe or anything.
Yeah, yeah.
But he likes Batman. So I'm like, oh, it's just kind of like worked its way into the zeitgeist.
Exactly, exactly. But like as someone who's like geeking about different things, do you find yourself like housed in like any one particular community, or like this is my people, these are
Um,
my people, kind
the
of a thing?
supernatural community for sure. I
Okay.
love the supernatural community so much. Like, I'm so biased towards them. Like literally anybody who makes supernatural content, I don't care how many views or followers they have, I will follow them back and I'll support them because I just love the supernatural community. And like those were some of my first videos to like really like hit like viral status
Yeah.
when I was making content. I think the first one of my videos to hit like 300,000 views was Sam and Dean destroy everybody in a fight. And I've made that video like 6, 7 times at this point. 6, 7.
God.
I'm brain rotted. But 67, but we've been doing it first. 67 and 67 came from Supernatural. There's a gift for everything. We
That's fair.
started everything. Yeah.
So do you do a lot of supernatural focused conventions, or
I actually haven't gone to a SPN con yet. Although I just found out about Boston con, which was like a huge. So I'm like, oh damn, I'm gonna go next year to do that. That sounds fun. I go to more anime conventions, which I just started going to last year.
yeah.
But that's the one thing about the algorithm though, is like it doesn't know where to place me sometimes,
Yeah.
because I talk about everything. So it's like I'm not part of. So that if I start creating specifically supernatural content, I'm like, damn, I gotta break out of this and start. I can't just keep posting just supernatural because that's not just me. So it's like it's hard. I do it in like batches. So like
That's
sometimes
fair.
you'll see me do like 12 supernatural videos in a row, and then I won't do one for like months.
But yeah, I think I do feel like yeah, like I do feel like a lot of your audience is supernatural people. Like I see a lot of like a lot of my friends and stuff from the
Yeah, so
fandom.
it's super interesting because like the supernatural, like because people find the show repeatedly, so there's always new viewers on the video. So some of my
Yeah.
most popular supernatural videos to this day, even though they're like 8, 9 months old, they still get new likes, comments, and follows from those. So like one of them was the Sam and Dean Winchester versus horror movies, or how they ruined horror movies for me. That
Yeah.
video has
Yeah.
like continues to get like it gets thousands of views each day. So there's
Yeah.
new people coming each day. So like I'm always perpetually in the supernatural fandom with how many videos I've made about supernatural. So it's super interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's one of the cool things about this fandom is like it's continuously getting new people.
Yeah, which is why I told Joy and them like their podcast is genius
Yeah.
because it's just gonna perpetually just keep getting. It's like investing in Bitcoin like 15 years ago.
Yeah. That's
Supernatural
true.
is the gift that keeps on giving.
That's true. I mean, I feel like it also keeps on like losing people, but that's a whole other thing.
It loses people, but it's gaining way more.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. How do you start? Like, how do you get into the show?
I got into Supernatural. Oh my god, I'm gonna date myself. I got into it in high school.
Okay.
In season 5 was just on Netflix. Season 6 was just about to come to Netflix. So
Yeah.
I binge watched all 5 seasons, like 6, 7 times before season, because I was like, oh my god, season 6 is coming. And then season 6 came and I binge watched that, and I was waiting a year between each season. So I was just rewatching it each
Yeah.
year
Yeah.
before the new season came on. And then eventually I started watching it live. I think with season 9, I was like, oh, I could just watch this on TV while the episodes come out. And then
Yeah.
like literally each year, I would just rewatch Supernatural. It was just like
Like the
perpetually
whole
on my
show, you
TV.
would rewatch
Yeah,
everything.
it would, and it got to the point where I would skip like season 1. I skip a lot of episodes because I'm like, I don't need to see them setting up like what Sam and Dean do. I already know what they do. I want to get to the good stuff. Well, the really good stuff. The earlier episodes of Season Supernatural, like you gotta watch them at least once.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Because I think it's like the base, right? Like the monster of the week
Yeah,
stuff.
the monster of the week. You gotta understand why John's journal is so important. Their relationship with each other, and like, because they're snippy at each other in the first season.
Yeah.
They're pretty snippy, and then they perpetually get closer and closer. But yeah, so I've rewatched Supernatural, I think at least 20 times. I haven't done it again in like 2 or 3 years,
Yeah.
but like I still remember way too much about Supernatural. That show consumed me.
Okay, what other than Supernatural consumed you? Because that's my follow up.
Oh, there hasn't been a show that consumed me like Supernatural. Till My Hero Academia, the anime. Oh my god, I watched that show last year and it just took over my life. It genuinely took over my life to the point where I was depressed when I finished the show
My
because
God.
the last season wasn't out yet. So I was like, shit, how do I like what's happening? What's in the story? So I literally read the manga. That's the first manga I read. I literally read the manga so I could figure out so I could learn the ending without like an addict trying to get a fix. And I like genuinely I can't watch that show because I don't want to get consumed by that world again. And then the next one was Attack on Titan. My friend recommended me that show, and oh my god, she ruined my life with it. I have videos about Attack on Titan that I'm not making because I don't want to think about that goddamn show.
Wait, so like, did you like get into anime through My Hero Academia, or like were you
No, no.
always
So
like just kind of
I'm
watching
an
anime?
OG. I'm an OG Dragon Ball fan. So like
Oh, okay.
when I was little, I watched Dragon Ball Z, and then I sort of like I never got into anime then. I sort of got into it afterwards. Like I think it wasn't during COVID. It might have been it might have been a little bit before COVID actually. No, no, I don't know. Like around 2019, 2020, I rewatched Dragon Ball because I was going through a back injury,
Mm-hmm.
so I was like rehabbing myself, and I was doing like a lot of cardio. So I was watching Dragon Ball while on the elliptical machine, and I would just burn through episodes, and I finished the entire series, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" I forgot how good this show was. And then I watched Super, and then I watched the rest of Dragon Ball, and then slowly I started watching more animes. But I'm an anime novice. Like my friends would like I haven't watched any of the big three. I haven't watched any of the main ones. I just watched what like caught my interest.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like there's a
Yeah.
lot of like smaller, like more limited series style anime shows that are like I feel like are
Like
so underrated.
yeah. Are you an anime fan?
I don't. I feel like I haven't watched a lot of it recently, but there's like a
Watch Attack
lot.
on Titan if you haven't watched Attack on Titan. It will
I
ruin
haven't
your
watched it.
life, but it'll ruin your life in the best way possible. Like if
What
you're trying to
like
look for a show after Supernatural, Attack on Titan might be it. Like I'm not even kidding.
that's fair.
Sam would
That's
be a fan of Attack. I'm going to be surprised if Sam was a fan of Attack on Titan. Like genuinely, like that anime will ruin other animes for you because like there's no other peak. No, but honestly, like I think anime and Supernatural surprisingly are super related because Supernatural. One of my other videos is Supernatural has anime power scaling, and it does.
yeah.
Like in season one, like if you watch it as an anime, season one they're going after a singular demon. By season 15, they destroy demons like they're nothing. They're not even villains
By
of the week.
season
They're just the
15, they're
inconvenience.
taking on God.
Yeah, they go from a single freaking demon to God himself in
Yeah.
15 seasons. That is literally Dragon Ball Z.
But that's
Which
like
is like what
that's an interesting problem, right? Because a lot of shows run into that you have like you overpower your main characters.
but the thing is on paper Sam and Dean aren't even not overpowered. They're just humans.
Yeah.
Like with the Smallville, the show that predated Supernatural,
Yeah.
like, I think they were airing like Smallville. It makes sense because he's freaking Superman, so of course
Yeah.
he's gonna slowly get stronger as the seasons progress. But Sam and Dean, they don't physically get stronger; they just get smarter. I honestly think that Supernatural is one of those shows that genuinely should have been an anime. If this show was an anime, it'd be the biggest anime of all time.
Well,
15
they
seasons, a
they
brotherly
tried
bond.
their hand at it.
They had the anime adaptation, but it didn't do the potential. Like I wish I could have control of the IP of Supernatural. I would do so many things with it. There's so much potential in that world that's just untapped. It's crazy that all the spin-offs failed
Yeah.
because that show like they created a world that needs like expansion.
Yeah, it's interesting. Their prequel also like didn't run more than 2 seasons, I think.
I think the prequel got canceled, but they kind of closed the loop on it. It's like an alternate universe.
Yeah, yeah,
But like if I could remake Supernatural as an anime, I would. Because just think about the epic battles we would be able to get. Like
yeah.
Michael versus Lucifer was supposed to be this earth-shattering battle, and then they end up floating on wires in a church. It's like
Yeah.
these are like biblical level events, and we end up with fistfights.
Yeah, that was strange. I don't think like I think even like Jensen has said something about it like publicly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
like
used
that's bad.
Same thing happened with The Boys too, but like I don't know, these companies need to just up the budget of their TV show. If they have a fandom, that's their investment, and they
Yeah.
choose not to invest in it, which is kind of crazy to me. But from a
Yeah,
business perspective, I get it. Like they hook the fans in with the story, and then they just need to give a little bit less budget each time, but they know we'll watch it anyways.
I mean, the boys did have like a bigger budget.
The Boys' budget should have increased like as the show went on,
Yeah. I don't
but
think
it just it didn't. Like that stuff is disappointing. But that's all in the studios, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah,
blame
I
the
mean,
actors for that.
with Supernatural, so there was like so much like turnover and like threat of like cancellation from like season to season.
Uh-huh. And then until it became like their like number one show. Like
Yeah.
it was just consistent. Like they were just consistent.
Yeah.
Those early we got to shout out to those early fans that were watching this on freaking cable. If it
Yeah.
wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. I want to meet like an OG Supernatural fan that was watching it from like season 1, like
Oh,
episode
there's
1.
so
They're like,
many
"Oh
people.
man."
There's so many people.
I haven't met. I don't even consider myself an OG because I was there at season 6. I'm like 6 years in.
I think if you're watching it on streaming, also you have like a bit of a different experience because, like, yeah, it's
Binge
just
watch
it's,
Supernatural's a show
yeah,
that's meant to be
you
binge.
can binge watch it, yeah. But if you have to like wait every week to see them like deal with a different monster and like have the patience to like keep
Yeah.
coming back,
They just run the episode so they get the views.
yeah,
But they can, but like towards the end, like, because once recording, you could. I think Supernatural existed before freaking TiVo, before you could record your shows.
yeah,
So
yeah.
like, I would record my episodes and I would watch it the next day, because I
Yeah.
didn't need to watch it like immediately,
Yeah.
unless it was the finale. Then I would watch it like immediately.
Yeah, someone was telling me like The Boys was airing at like 2 a.m. their time, and it was like it's impossible to not get spoilers because by the time
Yeah.
like
Oh
you
my
wake
God.
up, it's like
These bigger creators just don't give a shit about spoilers. They will literally. I remember I saw one of them was like Homelander died. The show aired at 3 and ended at 4:30. At 4:45, he's posting the Homelander died. Like it's crazy. Like it's ridiculous. They don't give a shit. Like I try to give a spoiler warning. I mean, Supernatural. I don't give. Like Supernatural has been out for so long.
it's
You're
been
new
off
to the
air for
fandom.
like 6 years. At this
Yeah.
at this point, it's like you're gonna run into spoilers.
Yeah, like which I'm surprised that Laura hasn't gotten spoiled. Like she must have
Yeah.
monk mode with social media. I'm like, yo, every video of mine spoils everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I remember I was watching it and I like as soon as I started watching it, like Instagram started pushing content. Like I wasn't even like looking stuff up, which is why I know that they're
It's-
secretly listening to me.
No, there's not even a secret. They are
Yeah.
straight up listening to
They
us.
are. Yeah.
Straight up.
But it's like as soon as I started watching, like, so Instagram was like pushing Supernatural content to me, so like I spoiled like so much stuff for myself. So yeah, the fact that Laura hasn't like managed to like get any big spoilers, that's amazing.
It's insane. I can't believe like she's managed to get this far without
Yeah.
like not even a like minor spoiler. She doesn't know anything.
No, she doesn't.
Joy must be like protecting her somehow.
Joe's like the biggest bubble wrap. It's like, okay, not this.
Yeah, literally.
Which is also why they were like, I was talking to them about like conventions and stuff, and they were like, yeah, we can't do this because like Laura's gonna get
Oh
spoilers.
yeah, spoilers.
I was like,
And they're
yeah.
also they're over across. They're in Europe. I don't know if there's any like European conventions.
Yeah, there is. So in the UK there was there's Crossroads, which is a supernatural convention in Birmingham. So not too far from them. But yeah, they can't do those.
Yeah, no, they would get. It's what's crazy is that even at these anime conventions, I've been seeing like Supernatural cosplayers, which like
Oh.
I sprint up to them. I saw this dude as Castiel, and I was like, "Are you Cass?" Because I saw the Angel Blade and he had the trench coat. I was like, "Is he Cass or is he John Constantine?" But then I saw the blade and I was like, "Oh my god, it's Cass."
What's the overlap like, you think?
Of like Supernatural fans and anime.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think a lot of people know about Supernatural, but I don't think there's that many like hardcore fans. Although, like I said, I've been seeing like I've been to like 5 or 6 conventions last year. When I first went, I didn't see any Supernatural stuff, but then like
Yeah.
towards the tail end of last year, I started seeing a bunch, like at least 1 or 2 per convention. And I usually when I'm at the conventions, I walk the entire floor, so I'm
Yeah.
like seeing everybody. Like I see everybody. So it's pretty crazy to see that Supernatural still has like relevance. They still got clout.
Well, okay, speaking of like the overlap between the fandoms, like what do you think it's the split between like your specific audience? Like how do you think they are divided?
My audience. Well, I have a lot of, like, I would say the biggest niches I have is that one is Supernatural, one is Marvel, which I haven't really posted Marvel stuff in a while. I
Yeah.
have a lot of original Dragon Ball Z fans. I'll have a lot of Game of Thrones fans, like a huge amount. Because I used to, one of my earlier video concepts was like Game of Thrones what ifs.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of Game of Thrones fans. I have a lot of anime fans in general. I don't know. I think I have a fan in each group, like each category. Like
Everyone's
I have about
represented.
everything. Yeah, I talk literally about everything. If you're a fan of something nerdy, more than likely I've spoken about something that you like. whether it's a movie or a show. So I think I genuinely, but like those are, I would say, but like my biggest fandoms.
Okay.
But yeah, but it's tough to say because it doesn't like give you the split of like, oh, why this person follows you.
Yeah.
Like in my Discord, it's a good amount of Supernatural fans because I've been pushing it for Supernatural fans, but there's also a good amount of like anime fans, just random movie fans, stuff like that.
What kind of like interactions do you have at like cons when you go? Like, do you see mostly like anime people? Because you go for like anime
Well,
cons?
like at MomoCon this year, which is a big anime gaming convention, so it's mainly anime people and gaming like fandoms. But this year was crazy because I was walking around with my friends from Atlanta, which is where
Yeah.
MomoCon is, and I was getting stopped and recognized, and it was genuinely shocking to me. I was like, oh, because people would scream my name from across the thing, and I'd be like, oh, I think this is a person I know, and it would just be some random person like, oh, I see your videos, I love your videos. I was like, oh shit, it was crazy. Like genuinely, it's surreal. It's a surreal moment.
Yes, see, you are famous. That's my whole point.
I'm not though. It's like I don't get it. I shouldn't be here. I should just be in the basement.
What's your convention experience like otherwise? Like, how is it in general?
It's super fun because, like I said, like this year I was getting recognized, so I was talking to people about a bunch of things.
Yeah.
Hanging out with my Atlanta friends was cool because I met this guy last year, Tato. Shout out Tato. We were just smoking cigars in the courtyard and we just started talking about stuff. And I was like, "Are you a content creator?" And like, he just vibed off of that.
Yeah.
And then literally like this year we like was filming videos together. I was on their podcast. So it's a good place for networking, which ends up like you don't go for the networking purposes, but it ends up being a really great place to connect to people. But also just seeing like all the other nerds, like you feel like you're at home.
Yeah.
Like, you feel at home. And then everybody making TikToks and like doing dances and stuff. Like I made a bunch of friends with a bunch of different cosplayers, and just watching them do their thing is so interesting because the process is so different from mine.
Yeah. Which ones have you been to?
So last year I went to MomoCon, I went to Anime Expo, and then I went to Hallmat. This year I've gone to MomoCon. I'm going to Anime Expo in like 2 weeks. I got invited to San Diego Comic-Con, which I don't think I'm gonna be able to go because we are not balling like that. And then I might be going to Anime NYC in August, and then there's another one in December, which either is gonna be Hallmat again in Florida or Anime Weekend Atlanta again. But then next year I'm definitely gonna go to that Supernatural Con in Boston.
Yeah, like I feel like there's a lot of talk about like John and Mary being like bad parents, and I'm like, have you met brown parents?
Oh my God, John Winchester is he's like a desi dad.
Yeah, actually, he is. He has like all like he hits off all the like check boxes for a desi dad.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, okay, let's see, emotionally distant, physically demanding, check. Physically absent, check. Sometimes randomly gives you an emotional speech.
Also forcing his career ambitions on you.
Yeah.
Check.
Thank God I broke the mold with my parents. Thank God. Oh, that's a conversation for that's a fun conversation.
That's a conversation for offline. Like that's like when we're not recording. That's a conversation for that.
Yeah, for sure. Dad, I don't want to do my master's in media. I want to make TikToks. I want to talk about Supernatural.
Okay, I have one more question for you, and then we'll do a rapid fire, which is, what is like your favorite thing that you've learned from creating content?
How easy it is to connect to people, like genuinely, and how like for me, especially for me, like how easy I can identify what somebody's like fandom is, and like people actually like listening to me, and like I find that like specifically at conventions, like when I start talking to people, they start opening up to me, and I'm like, damn, this isn't a skill. I mean, it's like an innate skill, you know, empathy is an innate thing, but like it kind of got amplified with the amount of videos and stuff that I've made. I'm like, damn, this is something that'll help. Like I actually put a positive impact on people where they feel enough to like trust me with like just randomly start opening up to me about things, and I can respond in a way that's not even fake. It's like genuine interest. But I guess that I don't know if that's the answer.
No, it is. That's a really cool one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's do the rapid fire.
All right. I'm nervous. She didn't prep me for this.
Yeah, it's a surprise portion of the of the episode.
I got my anxiety toys right here. I'm ready.
Okay, first one. Your top 3 all-time shows.
Ooh, of all time.
Yeah,
This is
of all
like
time.
okay, Supernatural's got to be up there. My Hero Academia. I would also say Attack on Titan, but I don't want to do just 2 animes. But like also like for me, like Dragon Ball Z is just automatic. It's like Supernatural for me. I don't think these should be. Actually, you know, what? I'm gonna take Supernatural away. It's like a given. It's like a given. It's like it's up there automatically. So I'm gonna say Game of Thrones, despite the ending, Attack on Titan, and then a third show, Parks and Recreation.
Wow, those were 3 completely different shows.
Yeah, 3. Yeah, I wanted to just go like as broad because, like I said, I've watched so many things. It's very hard to like pick out things. And like Supernatural, Dragon Ball are like number 1 always. It's like at the top of the list. They're like they're like beyond Mount well, not even Mount Everest. What is it? The freaking president head
Mount
thing.
Rushmore.
Yeah, Mount Rushmore. It's like they're beyond that. They sit above that.
Okay, that's fair. All right, my next one is sci-fi or supernatural as a genre.
I like sci-fi stuff a lot. Like I just saw Disclosure Day. I love aliens. I think about them way too much. Like way too much. I think sci-fi because I don't like horror movies because like I said, like I mean it. Supernatural ruined horror movies for me. I don't give a shit about horror movies. But like I love the old like the classics like Friday the 13th, like those old school horror movies and monster movies. But like new ones don't really interest me because of Supernatural. So I'm gonna say sci-fi.
Okay, cool. Favorite show in the Kripkeverse? So like The Boys, any of the Boys spin-offs, Supernatural.
It's
just
Supernatural.
Okay.
It's Supernatural. It's not even close.
All right. So Monster of the Week or Villain of the Week or like a single season long arc
Of Supernatural or like
of any show, just as a format.
I like season long arcs. I like the show to like Game of Thrones did that really well. The season long arcs versus Monster of the Week. I think it gets boring.
The continuity really matters.
Yeah, like it just it gets repetitive.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of why people don't like network television. It's kind of that format is gone now. It doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
Streaming kind of killed that format.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, because you don't have like the weekly coming out, like you don't have weekly release of episodes anymore. So it's like
or 22 episode seasons anymore.
Or 22 episode seasons, which I feel like is a missed opportunity. We should have more like longer seasons.
I honestly think a good mix of it would be 16 episode seasons, 2 8-episode drops every 3 3 months or 2 months. So you drop 8 episodes in one, let people binge it, and then 2 months later you drop the other 8 episodes.
Isn't that what like Wednesday did? Something similar?
I don't know. I think Cobra Kai did that for the final season. They dropped it in 3 batches. So it kind of felt like 3 final seasons.
Oh my god. The emotional height of like a final season and having to live that like 3 times.
Cobra Kai's was crazy. That was because like the first thing ends with the craziest thing of all time for a karate tournament.
Okay, my last one. Go-to horror recommendation. Pre-Supernatural, obviously.
Go-to horror. The Thing. 1987, John Carpenter.
Wow. That's old school.
I'm a cinephile because I grew up with 80s. Even though I was born in 97, I grew up with the 80s and 70s movies. Because my dad is a huge cinema fan. So like he raised me on those movies. Jackie Chan movies, Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, all those kinds of movies. And like those old school horror movies. Like The Thing is just so good. Genuinely, if you want to get into horror movies, you got to watch The Thing.
Okay, good recommendation. Any final thoughts and also any projects that we can look forward to? Stuff that's coming out, stuff that's in the works.
I do have a few. I told Joy this, and I've been telling her this for a while. I have a bunch of Supernatural videos that I just haven't made, but they're new. It's like not remakes or reposts. It's like just new Supernatural content. It's like Supernatural what ifs. Like in season 2, for example, one of the ones that I'm working on right now is when John made the deal to save Dean, he died, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, what if John never made the deal? What if Dean died in season 2 and John and Sam were the ones alive? Different things like that because there's so many what if scenarios for Supernatural.
Okay, so lots of new videos to look forward to. Any of your podcast episodes coming out?
So I have one podcast episode coming out this Tuesday, Supernatural podcast.
Which is with Witches of Letters.
Yes, the season 5 finale. I have another podcast coming out with my friends in Atlanta, the Comedy Kaiju's podcast. That I have no idea when it's coming out. I'm also recording another podcast this week for Game of Thrones, which I'm very excited about. That is with winteriscoming.net. We're gonna go over Game of Thrones theories ahead of House of the Dragon season 3. So that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I think is that all my podcast? I think so. I've been doing a lot of them lately because it's just so interesting talking to people.
Yeah.
And getting invited is interesting too because like, oh, you guys want to talk to me?
I mean, you're popular.
I don't think so. I don't consider it. I'm just a guy. I'm
Who
just
loves
a guy.
media.
Yeah, I'm just a guy who likes talking about what he likes talking about.
Well, on that note, thank you so much.
You're welcome. No problem. This was fun.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and thanks for liking, sharing, and clicking that bell. Until next time.